Hi, George here. Is it possible to improve the quality of an old photograph using AI? Sure, and I'll show you how that's done with my favorite tool, which is also the sponsor of this video. That's the Aiarty Image Enhancer. And I'll be doing this project right from the very start here with opening up a picture. Let's go over here to click on this button right here, or go over and click on Add, left-hand corner, easy in the middle. And I'll just grab some pictures in here. I'll take those three right there, and we'll bring these in. And the first thing that happens is what's called an inference. And that is that Aiarty Image Enhancer takes the settings you have over here, right-hand side, we'll talk about those in just a second, and then applies those to the image. So let this finish. Now, Aiarty runs completely on your computer. It doesn't go online, which makes it great for things like wedding photography or portraiture, where you don't want to have your client's images up on the internet. Okay, so here's our inference. And left-hand side is the original. Take a look at the hair up in here. Right-hand side is the new cleaned up. See how much tighter that hair is, much better that is? Let's take a look over here on the right-hand side. At the top, it shows your hardware. And then below that, we have the AI model. We have three options. The two that are in darker, these are the ones that are the newer models. More detail or smoother. Smoother is good if you have large areas of sky that you want to kind of smooth out. And it's also good for getting rid of dust and scratches, things like that. I'll normally be using the more detail option right here. You can choose how much you want to upscale this. Go clear up to 8 times. Or if you look over here, this tells you the new resolution based upon the size over here. So this is our 1K, 2K, 4K, or 8K. And you can also do a custom resolution if you want to right down here. I'm just doing a 2 times upscale, which is all we need for this demo. You also can do a 2-pass processing in here if you want to. So you can run the one twice, or you can do a more detail, then also do a smoothing on the same image. So you can do that. Below that, we have a strength option right down here. Now, this is very useful, especially when you're working with portraiture. And that's because sometimes AI looks a little bit plasticky. You see a little bit in the face and the eye right here. Just a little bit on the plasticky side. You can fix that by just backing off on the strength a little bit. I found that 85, 84 works out pretty well. So we're taking away a little bit of the sharpness in there, and then oftentimes works out very well for a portraiture. Now notice up here on the hair, this is the after, here's the before. See how much sharper that is? Does a great job on hair. If we come over here and take a look at the bracelet right here, this is the before, and there's the after. Beautiful job of sharpening up that detail. Same thing on the sleeve in there. Also notice in the background back there, that's all out of focus, and it didn't try to focus any of that stuff. It didn't do anything back here. The image enhancer understands that that's supposed to be out of focus, and it leaves that alone. So it goes for areas that it knows should be in focus, like the arm in here, cleans those up, and it leaves alone things that should stay out of focus. So it's really nice about that. Now you can zoom in and out using the scroll wheel on your mouse. There you go, very easy to do. Or you can come down here and set a specific zoom amount right here. Let's go back over here, right-hand side. After we have taken care of the basic setting here, we have our first inference. We can come down here and we can do a few more things. We have several options, right-hand side, color, face restoration, HDR, AI eraser, which is an experimental mode right down. You can also add in text if you want to. But color is great here inside of the Aiarty Image Enhancer. Just your temperature and your tint. You can adjust the exposure, contrast, saturation, highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks. Now, what I like doing in here is just taking these and then rocking back and forth and seeing if I have an improvement. Now, this I think can use a little bit more warming up. This is a beach scene, so we have real blue sky. There's a lot of water around here, a lot of blue in the light, in other words. So warming that up a little bit can help her skin tones. Take out some of that blueness in there, and I think that looks pretty good right there. If you're not happy with a setting, just click on the arrow and reset that. There are individual reset buttons for everything that you do in here, plus there's an overall reset button right there. There's also a restore color if your colors have been shifted by the AI. Now go down through these, the same thing. I'll just take the control and I'll rock it back and forth and see what I see on the image. And I'll stop where I think it has improved the image, kind of like right in here. And that didn't really change that much, so I'll just cancel that one out. Let's try our contrast. I think a little bit of contrast helps. I'll leave that one alone. Let's try our saturation. Maybe a little bit of saturation helps. I'll leave that one like that. Come down to our highlights, same thing. Now highlights, I'm looking just at the white areas, and I think that looks pretty good right there. Shadows goes darker to the left and lighter to the right. If you bring your shadows down a little bit and bring your highlights up a little bit, it also tends to increase the contrast. Just a little bit down on the shadow. Let's check our whites right there. Let's check our blacks. Leave the blacks alone. There we go. Close that section down. There is a face restoration in here, and it's good for low res and blurry faces. As you can see, click on that. We'll do the face restoration, fidelity, and rebuild. We don't need that in this image. We also can choose a blend mode, how that blends into the image. But again, we don't need that for this picture. HDR allows you to come in here and go for SDR images up to HDR. And you can choose how that's done, neutral, bright, or graded. The AI eraser tool will come in and erase things that you don't want to have in your image. Let's give this a try. Click on Edit Mask. There's a little red dot right there. I'm just going to click on that one. Let's apply that. It'll give us a new inference on this, and that red dot now is gone away. That's a buoy or something, but wasn't really needed in the picture. And it takes it out that easily. So you can come in here and do some real nice cleanup. You can add or subtract from your mask in here. You can adjust your brush size. Here's the original, and there's our removal. When you're happy with that, just click on Finish. We'll go ahead, we'll run that inference again. This normally goes pretty fast. And again, the higher the upscale you're going for, the longer the inference is going to take. And there we go. And I use the scroll wheel on my mouse and bring that back down to a good fit. Collapse that one. Again, we can add text, but I'll normally do that over in a program like Photoshop. And down below, you can export this one image. Now, export goes very fast because we've already done the work. It's just where to save it to, basically. We can also do a batch export. Let me show you how batch export works. We'll bring up another image. Let's go ahead. We'll start our inference. Now, this image is a bit on the blue side. It's a little low in contrast. So this is a good one to run through the AI filter. And there we go. So here's our after, and let's take a look at our before. So it's brightened up everything because it's using the same settings over here. If I open up the color, it has kept the same settings from our previous image over here. So let's just clear all that out like that. Take a look at our upscale. That looks good. You can mostly see it in her face, around her eyelashes in here. You see that right there. Vast improvement. Okay, it's back out again. Let's adjust our color settings in here. Again, it's a bit on the cool side. I'll just rock in the temperature here, warm it up a little bit like that. I think that's good. Let's check our exposure. I think that's okay. Check our contrast. A little contrast helps. Check our saturation. A bit more saturation helps. And highlights. There we go. And shadows. So I'm punching my contrast a little bit there with the highlights and the shadows. Same thing with the whites and the blacks. Just a little bit on those. There we go. New settings. I think that's a real nice improvement, as you can see there. Taking this basically kind of a washed out image and really improving it, plus improving the sharpness at the same time and upscaling it by 2 times. Okay, so have that one done. Let's do a real fast one down here on this cat image. I'll just run the inference. Let's just reset our colors in here. And I'll run through this one real fast. Then I'll show you how to do the batch export, where we're going to export all 3 of these pictures at the same time. And there we go. Let's see how we did. Much nicer. Again, now this went through and used the same color settings. I'll refresh all of those and quickly run through this. Don't think it needs anything on the temperature. Let's check our exposure. Put this right there. I think exposure is okay, actually. Contrast, leave that one alone. A little more saturation. I think that helps a lot. Check our highlights real fast. There we go. And our shadows real fast. Leave that one alone. And the whites. There we go. And the blacks. And that's good. Okay, so we now have 3 pictures. We'll come down here to our export settings. Open that up. You choose your format. I'll do PNG 16 bits. So dots per inch. You can choose the output path right here. And I'll put this to the same path as the original images. There's several options in here: PNG, JPEG, TIFF, digital negative if I was working from a camera raw image, and AVIF and HEIC formats. I tend to like the PNG format most of the time. When you're happy with everything, just click on Batch Export. It runs through the exports there. As I said before, it's very fast because the work has already been done. You can see here's the 3 new pictures at the end. The names are a lot longer because it has put in some additional information in here, letting us know how this thing was run. See right there, more detail, more detail, more detail. So it's telling us what our AI model was up here. And that also renames it so we're not accidentally overwriting our original images. See how the final output looks here. Open up our preview, and very nice. And here's the original, and here's our new cleaned up version and improved version. So again, great program for this kind of cleanup and improvement of older images. Beautiful for this. And if you want to find out more information about this, and also I have links for this in the description. And there's a discount link there as well. Make sure you take a look at that. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.